And the Wicker Bar is recorded live in front of a studio audience.
Ha 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 ha! Welcome to Happy Hour at the Wicker Bar. You know me, I'm the host of this video, Lord Zippy Blaine, the Duke of the goddamn motherfucking Delridge. Spring has sprung in Seattle. Though not today. It's actually been raining all week, but up here in the Pacific Northwest, the tulips are in bloom. I did buy some tulips. I wanted to put them here on the bar as a visual aid for this cocktail. If you haven't already had a chance to like, subscribe, share this channel with your friends, like and comment, and don't forget, I'm picking out. I've got some people commenting on the last video, last cocktail we did. It was the Pisco one. The Disco
sour.
The Pisco, no, it had Pisco in it. Was it a disco sour? The Pisco sour. Anyway, so leave some comments and you can have these books. These will be shipped from the beautiful Pacific Northwest to wherever you reside across this entire globe. Gone with the Gin. Good one. A lot of classics in there. Tequila Mockingbird, remember? Nice play on words. Cocktails and mixed drinks from the Wicker Bar, put up by me a few years ago. There's still a few stray copies. Make Mine a vodka, 250 classic cocktails and cutting edge infusions. And I will note that if you do get this book and you're not really a vodka fan, you can easily sub a gin for any of the for most of the vodka drinks. And then once again, this one put out by my second cousin on my father's side. Cryptid Cocktails Where Legends Get Lit, a coloring recipe and puzzle book for spirited adults. Just think you could have this whole stack of these books mailed to you. Just think it'd be like the Columbia tape and record club when you get a big stack of cassettes that would show up at your house for 10 cents. Anyhow, this afternoon we were whipping out the cocktail we were whipping up is called the Tulip. And Rael asked what was in the Tulip, and I said it was very similar. We did the Apple Blossom a few days ago. Very similar cocktail. And this one dates way back. Originally, I don't know originally, but it's in this 1930 book, the Savoy Cocktail Book by Mr. Harry Craddock. And also it would be in the 1934, the Official Mixer's Manual for Home and Professional Use by Patrick Gavin Duffy. Of course, these are both reprints of the books from the 70s. I think this one is probably a 1950s 50s version. So we are going to do the Tulip. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit because it does have the Calvados, and we kind of enjoy getting a little bit of extra apple, a little extra apple bump from this Captain Applejack. And there's also a apple schnapps from Germany that packs a lot of apple flavor. And I did get a new bottle of Calvados today. They did not have the cockerel, but we're going to get into that a little bit later. So remember, we are making a cocktail for two. Oh. Rael, could you zip up and get the lemon juice? Gosh, I'm sorry. Had the lemon juice upstairs for cooking. Let's see how quickly Rael goes. So the Tulip. We're going to have our Luxardo, our apricot liqueur, our Captain Applejack. We have our cockerel, Calvados. That's a French product. And we have this fancy vermouth, Lucendo. And this is from it's a Producto de España, product of Spain. And this was donated to the bar by James and Shauna, who we have not had the pleasure of throwing a few cocktails back with in a while. But I'm sure as the summer months roll around and things start getting a little bit warmer, we will have a visit by James and Shauna. So let's go ahead and get this cocktail going. We're going to go 3/4 of an ounce of our Captain Apple. Three-quarters of an ounce of our cockerel Calvados, an apple brandy. You could use this, or if you don't, you could also use Applejack. Works good for this one. The Laird's Got a couple of bottles of that up there on the bar. And then we're going to go 1.5 ounces of our sweet vermouth, also referred to as Italian vermouth. You know, there's this one, and then the French is the clear one, a little bit drier. Ooh, well, then we're going to go 3/4 of an ounce of our Luxardo apricot. Of course, you see I got a little dribble here. That's what happens when you get old. Things don't quite stay in control. And 3/4 of an ounce of our lemon. Of course, I put away the paper towels. It's okay. The Tulip. I have another one I'm going to do a little bit later in the season. Because I was going to do one called the Cherry Blossom, kind of more of a cherry flavored drink. But we're not always too fond of the cherry brandy. Sometimes it reeks too much of a Gluden's cough drop. That fake cherry flavor. However, when the apples, because it is the cherries are blossoming here in Seattle. It's a big thing to head to the quad there at the campus of the University of Washington and look at the cherry blossoms. But the apples have not blossomed yet. We do have cherries here. Oh, look at that. The Tulip. Today, Winston, he stayed in bed all day long. All fucking day long. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, different little punch with the apricot compared to the apple blossom. Well, anyway, I want to thank you all for joining me, Lord Zippy Blaine, the most important person of this particular 10 minutes of the day that you're going to encounter. Probably the most interesting too, although that's highly up for debate. Anyway, this has been Happy Hour at the Wicker Bar. This has been the Tulip, a classic dating back at least to 1930 and probably even a little bit before that. Remember, we're drinking for peace here at the Wicker Bar. Don't forget, leave a comment. I know you want these books sent to your house. Think about how exciting that would be. Better than Amazon. Better than getting a delivery from Amazon, let me tell you. All right, peace out from the Wicker Bar.